Okay, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm working on a 76 FLH right now, shovel head. We're coming to the end of the restoration on this. I think we maybe have about another month left, I hope. So we're going to be doing the push rods today. I've already done 3, so I figured I'd save the last one for this video. So let's just get into it. Okay, so I'm using the stock hydraulic lifters that came with the bike. I know some people convert these over to solid lifters, but I'm trying to put this bike back the way it was. But so there's 3 pieces to these lifters or tappets. There's the lifter itself. It's in the tappet block, and you can't get that out unless you take the tappet block out. So, but you can take the hydraulic portion of the lifter out. So you have this portion here, which has a check ball on the bottom, and then you have this portion here with the spring. That this is the section that the push rod rides in. Now, if these were filled with oil, you'd have to let the lifter bleed down before you went on to the next cylinder, or not the next cylinder, but the next push rod. Because if you didn't do that, it would you'd probably bend a valve or something. But these are completely empty. I cleaned them out, so there's nothing in it. So we're going to do the standard thing that's in the manual, standard instructions that are in the manual. Take out all the slack, turn 4 turns down, and lock it in. So now on these, if you put this together, so you can't really push it down. So you have to take like a screwdriver and push up on the check ball to let air in. So now, you know, that'll work. So let's, what did I do with the gasket? So we got the gasket here. So let's get the push rod. I've already rotated the motor around, so the exhaust cylinder is the lowest point, and we'll adjust this rod, push rod. All right, so now some of the shovels have different length push rods. This particular model, or this particular motor anyway, has all the push rods are the same. They're all the same length. So I want to just test this for a minute. Get it down a little bit without the, okay. So now we've got the push rod cover. So you got a few pieces with the push rod cover. You got the base, you got a gasket, cork gasket, steel washer, and then you got a spring, and then you got the cover for the gasket. So I am going to put some assembly lube on this. And then we'll put some on the top. Put some assembly lube on the top up here. And then we will fit this up. Where's my clothespin? So now we can bring this down. Oops, that's up too much. So right now I'm bringing it down. I'm not compressing the spring at all. You don't want to compress the spring, but you do want to take out all the slack. So we'll take out some of the slack here. I'm going to put the lock nut up a little bit. So we still got some up and down movement. A little bit more, maybe a little bit of turn. Okay, so I think we've taken all the slack out of this. Maybe just a quarter turn. All right, so we got all the slack out of that. I'm going to move that up a little bit. Now I do it a little bit different. People use 3 wrenches. I don't use 3 wrenches. What did I do with it? I use a pair of vice grips to hold it. I don't really put it on there really tight, just enough to grip it. Seems to work a little bit better than trying to hold 3 wrenches. I don't have 3 7/16 wrenches anyway, I don't think. But all the slack has gone out of this. So now what we're going to do, You can either do 4 turns or 16 flats. So each one of these adjuster nuts right here has 6 flats on it. So 4 turns and 6 flats will be 24 of these. So let's do 24. I tried doing the 4 turns and marking it, but I always mess it up. So all right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so now we can put the lock nut up here. And let me get another wrench to hold that. All right. So we can still turn this. You want to make sure that you can still turn this. If you couldn't turn this, that means that you counter-drawn. This is too tight. So you should be able to turn this at its lowest point. So we'll close that down. We'll move this up into the gasket up here. There we go, up there. Where's the clip? What did I do with it? There we go. All right. Okay, so that's pretty easy, not really that difficult to do. Got some parts in today, some clutch parts, and we're going to be doing the clutch and the compensator sprocket and everything like that. The next video, we should be able to start this bike, I'm going to say, in maybe 2 to 3 weeks. I'm thinking beginning of June. Depends on what I have to do around here really to get this bike finished. I really need to get 2 more projects done before July, before it really gets hot, and I don't really want to work outside when it's 90 degrees out and 80% humidity. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.